Hello everyone, welcome to our webinar. Today's webinar is related with Nexera LC-40 UHPLC series under the title of Unleashing the Power of Analytical Intelligence. Before starting to my presentation, I would like to very briefly introduce myself. My name is Serhat Köstereli and I am Sales and Marketing Manager in Shimadzu Middle East and Africa Istanbul office. Why I am pointed out as Istanbul office? Because we have 3 offices in entire region. Dubai office is our headquarters, Istanbul office is our branch office, which I am currently based in, and we have lastly South Africa office in Johannesburg. So I have around 17 years experience in the market and started my career with service engineer. I later became a service manager position in Shimadzu Turkey distributor. And from beginning of 2018, I'm working in this position. Yeah, let's start to our topics. First of all, let me show you the contents of my presentation. As you can see that I will talk about 6 different titles, and I hope everyone will be very much satisfied after my introduction. Of course, many different topics we will talk about today during half an hour. But basically, I would like to start by emphasizing how was the birth process of this new Nexera system. How was this device born? Then, as you can see on the screen, you will hear frequently the words of intelligence, design, and efficiency. Of course, I will explain the backgrounds of those words and the relations between with our new Nexera system. Let's come to the point and go with why was the new Nexera born? Wow, this is very interesting picture actually. Maybe none of you wouldn't expect to see such picture in the beginning of this webinar, since this webinar is related with liquid chromatography system. And as you can see, as a title I wrote, Artificial Intelligence. The picture is related with this title, but maybe right now you cannot link any connection how this picture will be related with LC products or any laboratory instrument. But actually, the story started with this idea. Actually, to be honest with you, I should say the story has to start with this idea. As you know, life has changed and surely continue to be changing. Every year we will have different matters in all over the world, and human beings try to overcome these problems by creating new developments, new technologies. With our philosophy that came 147 years ago and hasn't changed since 1875, since Shimadzu was established in 1875, we are contributing to society through science and technology. As in our Shimadzu DNAs, we are not only the company who are manufacturing instruments, we are a company that tries to find solutions to the problems of humanity and produces different solutions to reach better living conditions. So, what is the main logic behind of artificial intelligence, shortly AI? The answer is simple. Let's make life easier for us by using different algorithms in different fields, such as self-driving cars or mobile phones that we cannot put down, unfortunately. You can open it by using facial recognition. You can get an advice for a better way to go home after work, and you can ask your vacuum cleaner remotely that it has to clean home before you arriving at home. And how many times you have listened to your favorite song last year and which type of movies you are looking for. Machines can advise you. Yes, all of them is for humanity to make life easier for you. Behind of this technology, how it could be happen? Of course, with amazing breakthroughs in the computer processing speed, data storage capabilities, machine learning algorithms, technologies using the Internet of Things, IoT, as well as machine-to-machine communication. Now with new Nexeraseries, IoT enhancements and smart sensor technologies was applied to bring some kind of artificial intelligence to the modern analytical laboratory as a new idea of analytical intelligence. And we transform artificial intelligence to analytical intelligence. But the question is, why we need analytical intelligence in our laboratory? The quick answer, of course, is to make laboratory life easier for us. But more efficient replies is round-the-clock productivity in daily laboratory life. Just simply think about it. How many times have your entire analysis gone to waste only because you didn't realize there was no solvent left in the mobile phase bottle? Or how many times expensive columns were damaged by sudden pump, start-stop, or extreme gradient changes? Just small oversights that can cost you a lot of time to correct it. So wouldn't it be so nice if we don't have to worry about those things anymore? If a smarter and intelligent chromatography system could perform auto-diagnostic and auto-recovery without you looking after it, or even prevent these errors from ever occurring in the first place, this would be great. That's exactly the reason we have created new liquid chromatography system, which is very much intelligent for to able to get reliable data acquisition regardless of the user skill, expertise, and experience by using analytical intelligence functions such as auto monitoring, controlling, diagnosing, and recovering. And the system behaves being operated by the expert LC user. This is exactly the background of how analytical intelligence new Nexera system was born. Let's look at a little bit more what are the new Nexera features. As you can see on the long path, Shimadzu had released first LC system in 1978 and more than 40 years experience in this field. Today we are celebrating 44 years anniversary in LC production, and I would like to take your attention that within every 3-4 years Shimadzu developed new instruments or new technologies in LC product lineup. This shows us big research and development investments are always made for chromatography instrument in Shimadzu Corporation. Let's continue with evaluate product portfolio. As you can see that we have 4 different models. One of them is conventional HPLC, which is called Nexera Lite, and the other 3 is UHPLC system. We call them as XR, XS, and X3. Light system pressure resistance is up to 440 bar, and you can easily work with for FPP columns from 3 to 10 micron, and for SPP columns, for core shell columns for 2.7 to 5 micron. So you can easily come down up to 2.7 micron in Nexera Lite system. For XR system, its pressure capability is 70 megapascal, and you can have binary pump alternatives to make it high pressure gradients by using one single pump, and you can work with more small pore size columns in XR system. For XS and X3, XS is able to achieve 1050 bar, and X3 is maximum pressure capacity system for us, which is 1300 bar system. You can easily work with less than 2 micron columns by using these 2 instruments. As a summary, we have 4 different models with different pressure capacities and lots of different type of configuration you can have according to your required application. This is summary and one-shot image for us to be able to see the EI function, and basically we will focus mobile phase monitoring, which is important for time management and also according to cost saving, and flow pilots, which is also key for cost saving, auto-diagnostic and auto-recovery, which is great AI functions, and for the detector, we will focus on IPDA2 functions on coming slides. Under the umbrella of intelligence, we will focus on those details. Regarding with design features, we will mainly focus on ultra-low carryover, ultra-fast injection, stable temperature for autosampler, dual injection capability, again for autosampler features. For detector, UV cutoff filter also quite important, and smaller footprint for entire system. I will show you some example how new system is smaller than before and you can have more space in your laboratory. Let's continue with a new benchmark of intelligence. This is first type of introduction of intelligence features of new Nexeraseries. These are the things that your entire processes could be finalized properly by using these unique features. We can manage entire workflow remotely from the initial step of run the HPLC instrument to collect the data, but during this process, if you have any problem in your pump or finish your mobile phase, your entire work will not be finished properly. That's the reason these features will help you finalize the entire workflow properly. Next coming 5 slides, you will see the details of these unique features. The new Nexeraseries monitors solvents gravimetrically and gives a warning if you don't have enough mobile phase to complete the batch. This is real-time measurement. With individual weight sensors, each solvent bottle is monitored. So there will be no more risk of system failure due to mobile phase running out before the analysis is finished. Color and volume indicators give quick visual evidence of solvent studies, so it can easily be monitored even on a mobile device like a smartphone or tablet. The system can be set to stop the batch if there is not enough solvent to complete the task. There are 2 indicators actually. One of them is warning level and the other is error level. Warning level means that your mobile phase is decreased critical level. Please go to the lab and add some more. Error level means that mobile is finished and the instrument will stop due to prevent running for nothing. And consumables inside the HPLC system will also be saved, such as plunger seal, deuterium lamps, and many consumables will be saved. This function helps us for the secure running cost of HPLC instruments. Yes, this is also new AI features, which is called Flow Pilot, and one of very much cost-saving functions is mobile phase monitoring. Let me ask you one question. What is mostly spending item in HPLC analysis? Yes, I can hear many of you said columns. This function helps you secure your columns because HPLC columns can be damaged by sudden pump start and stop as well as extreme gradient changes. This system automatically uses smart flow control, ramping the flow rate gradually to set point according to status of the oven. Regardless of flow rate or program rate, your instrument is treating itself the way a good chromatographer would treat it. This maximizes reliability and uptime. So as you can see that pump is automatically communicating with column oven and they decide how they have to increase flow rate gradually. They don't need you anymore actually. Left side graph of the flow pressure increments without using flow pilot function, and as you can see easily that your columns face such a sudden pressure. But in right side, pump is waiting for oven to reach up the desired temperature and pump is automatically increase the flow rate by communicating oven. This is very much intelligence. One of brilliant features for to save our long analysis as well as our consumables too. Actually, I love this feature. This is my favorite one because I have started to work my career as service engineer, as I told you before, and really I don't remember how many times I have visited to customers just for to make purge the system to remove air bubbles inside of the pipings. Please imagine, you prepared the whole sequence in the evening, you have hundreds of lines of analysis, and you started the analysis and go home. And when you come back next morning, you expect your entire analysis has to be ready. However, the system drew air. Let's assume that in the 5th line of somewhere in your batch, and all the pressure balance was gone. the retention times shifted, and all the remaining analysis has gone to the garbage. In addition, the system worked until the morning, lamp is on, the plungers are working, so much consuming, and etc. Huge waste of time and huge waste of consumables. And one more, you have to make that analysis in new day, one more time. So in new Nexera system, intelligently monitor the results. And in case it detects air bubbles, system automatically pause, apply a corrective purge itself, then restart the batch from where the sequence left off. All processes automatically. No more risk of inaccurate data due to air bubbles and pressure fluctuation. And you can also check your analysis remotely from anywhere you have internet access, from home, from cafe, or from beach. You can easily understand the current status of your analysis and can be sure that everything is going all right. Nexera system keep track of consumable usage by part number and warn you to replace them via email notification. Sending the notification is perfect, okay, but when? You have two different choices. First one, 1 month before replacement date, or the second one, when exceeding recommended usage time. So you know consumable parts has a usage of time. Check valves, plungers, seals, filters, lamps, many. It's just a matter of when. According to your mobile phase or usage time, volume of how much injection you did with your system, many factors affect your consumable replacement time. Just imagine, HPLC will warn you to replace consumable parts on a shuttle according to amount of use and even give it you part numbers. This is very much intelligence. Another unique feature of the Shimadzu PDA detectors, in combination with lab solutions of course, this is the IPDA function, which is short for Intelligent Peak Deconvolution Analysis. IPDA is an innovative data processing method for PDA data. This IPDA2 function can separate peaks for multiple components in absorption spectra and chromatograms by simply specifying the wavelength and time ranges. This function can be used to identify spectra and quantitate peaks after separation of individual components, even for difficult to separate peaks for which a standard sample cannot be prepared. Because IPDA2 separate peaks based only on differences in spectral shape, it can also be used to separate and quantitate peaks for collated isomers. Yes, we finished intelligent parts, and let's continue with design session of new Nexera system. Here is the summary of what you will see on coming slides as a new design for more reliable data and excellent instrument robustness, mainly in autosampler and detector. Next 3 slides will be related with autosampler improvements such as ultra-low carryover, zero dew condensed concentration, and so on. And then another next 3 slides, I will be focusing new PDA detector to get more reliable data. Let's start with ultra-low carryover, which is Shimadzu DNAs and always best in the market. We all care about the accurate result in HPLC system, and accurate result cannot be obtained when sample is carried from one injection into the next injection, even if it's only small amounts. In new Nexera system, the autosampler design has been improved in that they now offer a sample loop, needle connection made from PIC material that offers a smooth flow path and less unswept areas. PIC is very chemically inert, so there is very much little chance for chemical interactions. In this slide, I'm going to show you the novel design of stable cooling, as all HPLC users can imagine that's one of the biggest headache for the autosampler. Of course, in cooling function autosampler. The problem is dew condensation. The point is keep ambient air out. when we are taking out racks to the outside from autosampler. Instead of just using internal fan, we design new rack system by adding bump to control cool air inside the autosampler, as you can see in the right side picture. This looks very small detail, but means a lot, especially the customer who are really care about the sample temperature, which could be deteriorate due to temperature differences. So your sample are safe in new Nexera autosampler for a long time. Ever come into your lab and scouted for a little bit space to put an additional instrument, as the current setup just is not sufficient for all the samples coming in? Imagine using one instrument to do the work of two. This is actually common in many pharma laboratories, especially in QC departments. But just by adding a second injection port in the Nexera autosampler, the system can perform analysis of two independently injected samples through independent graded flow channels, resulting in twice the amount of sample processed in the same time. You are saving your time as well as space in your laboratory. But of course, all these newcomers is not enough for reliable data, especially very low concentration analysis or critical impurity application. Baseline stability is one of key points. Let's consider that you set your column oven set temperature value, but this is so weird that many years HPLC manufacturer doesn't consider to be able to set the same temperature degree in detector, except Shimadzu. And this is very key point, since your separated compounds in column will transfer to detector after column oven. But the detector is welcoming the compounds under room temperature. So column temperature is, let's assume that 40 degree, but your detector temperature is 20-25 degree. A room temperature is also depend weather situation. This is no sense. Even our previous models, also we had this function before, but new Nexeraseries, we improved this feature by advanced TC optic technology. This technology controls the temperature of lamp, flow cell, and spectrometer. All those eliminates the influence of room temperature drifts. Then we get more reliable data. As you can see in this slide, linearity value of new design detector is 2.5, which is best in the market at the moment. And this best value is helping us to have more sensitive analysis to be able to detect very low impurity. We could achieve such performance by optimizing optical design, and this reduces the straight light and electrical noise in the detector. As I explained last two slides, new diode array detector is very powerful, but still not enough to get perfect data. Why? Because some analyze can decompose from exposure to low wavelength UV lights. Low wavelength UV lights carries high energy, and this high energy can cause decomposition of labile analytes. So the UV cutoff filter can prevent samples from being decomposed by UV lights. This can suppress the variation in absorbance due to the decomposition of samples to improve data reliability. I like this picture a lot. I feel I will be more flexible in the lab by smaller footprint of new Nexera system. Because when it comes to bench space, sizes matters. So the Shimadzu design teams have put their head together and come up with a new design system. As you can also see on the pictures, this offers the smallest footprint in the industry to allow for space saving in your lab. And additionally, power consumption also reduced 68% more than previous models. Let's continue with efficiency developments. Unfortunately, time is running and I need to speed up more. Maybe some of you may ask, so okay, this innovative LC system has reduced footprints, fine, well, very nice, great for saving bench space, but I have thousands of samples. Can I expand my sample capacity? My answer is of course yes. Addition up to 3 plate changers can significantly expand the autosampler capacity. you will be able to put almost 17,000 of samples in one shot. Please, no more worries for sample capacity. And true benefits of fast UHPLC separation cannot be realized if you have to wait for the autosampler to prepare next sample injection. We need only 6.7 seconds for injection to injection cycle time. This is also best in the market. Very fast autosampler. The new Nexera autosampler offers you different sample preparation ways and advantages. We call them automated sample preparation functions. In this way, you don't have to deal with the unreliable data caused by human handling errors, especially in such analyses that require sensitive sample preparation. As you can see on the slide, there are lots of different, easy and automated solutions for you, such as reagent addition, dilution, co-injection, overlap injection, and more. Actually, more than this, you are able to combine the multiple functions as you like in your method file. I hope I have still some time to summarize all information on coming couple of slides, which I will try to show you all these analytical intelligence functions make laboratory life easy for you. How will the workflow will be summary of all functions. As quick overview of daily laboratory life, as you can see in different colors and simple 5 different steps. First, start with ready to analysis, since you need to start up the system, right, by clicking the system on button in your software, and has to prepare itself by starting pump or turn on position to the deuterium lamp and many other things. Second, next step is checking mobile phase. You need to check the mobile phase in the bottle, even it's enough for your entire analysis or not. And thirdly, you need to monitor the system. Is everything going all right or not? And then step number 4, creation of reliable data. Thanks improved hardwares and softwares will help us a lot. And last step is related with time management for service support, which is consuming a lot. So my last question, can you believe that you don't need to be in laboratory in person for to be able to manage all those steps from beginning to end? With new Nexera system, the answer is yes. Let's evaluate one by one. The system will make itself ready safely and accurately with auto startup and flow pilot functions. You don't need to be in the lab. You can handle everything remotely or transfer all the authority to your LC system. Again, you don't need to be in lab because mobile phase monitoring system monitoring the level of mobile phase, and it's able to send you pop-up message to your mobile phone, or you can receive an email suddenly from your HPLC system. Even if something happened in the system, don't worry. This LC is very much intelligent and can recognize the problem and devise how it's gonna be solved this matter again it by itself. You don't need to be in the lab because you can check all details remotely. Thanks to great features of every single module of LC system, we'll create reliable data as the next step of routine daily laboratory life. Last but not least, you don't need to worry about your LC system maintenance period or timing of replacement consumables, which is lifetime of usage. Your system can communicate directly with Shimadzu experts, and you can able to increase uptime rates and optimizing the lab management. As a summary, 3 important sentences with lots of development behind them. First, analytical intelligence, AI, supports data acquisition regardless of the user's experience. Second, the new Nexera series aims for new industry standards in terms of intelligence, efficiency, and design. Lastly, the new Nexera series proposes a new style of workflow for more reliable data, more efficiency, and less burden. Thank you very much for listening to me and joining this webinar. I hope our new HPLC and UHPLC systems with new features will help you to contribute to society, and we can work together to do right things for humanity. Also, please don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn accounts. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can be informed about new products and new applications quickly and easily by using our social media accounts. Thank you very much.
Excellence in science. Shimadzu.